Hey, number ones, welcome back to my channel. This is the Metatron speaking. So what can I do today to get in trouble again? Let's see who I can piss off today. Let's see, what are your thoughts when you see this flag on a store window? Everyone is welcome here, open. What I think about it? That it's a lie. Well, I would say red is a lie, because the reality is that if I see this on the window of a shop, most likely what this means is that everyone is welcome here who isn't a conservative, a right-winger, a centrist who disagrees with the left wing, a nationalist, a Christian, a white man, and anyone who I consider to be an oppressor. So, yeah, not everyone. Next, far-right politician Sanae Takaichi has become Japan's first female prime minister. Go Iron Lady. I would never date an OnlyFans girl, so you don't want me to buy you your entire Steam wishlist for you, Pookie. No, I like working for a living. In fact, I like to be able to afford things through my honest work. You should give it a try, you'll love it. Forget zodiac signs, which religious order would you join? Dominicians, Benedictines, Carmelites, Carthusians, Franciscans, Cistercians? The Templars. What video game had you like this? Hype when it was announced. Oh, and that's when you finally got the game. I'm gonna say Civilization 7. Mostly for two reasons. Reason number one, every single Egyptian is black, which is historical nonsense. And the second reason is because when I was playing with my Roman civilization, my civic screen said the words, open quotes, diversity is the source of our strength. Close quotes. Next. I like your Christ. I do not like you Christians. You Christians are so unlike your Christ. Mahatma Gandhi. Shut up and get back to your nukes. I think you're a little bitch. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, 30th of January, 1948. He didn't say this. It's kind of funny, though, how whenever you browse the internet, particularly Facebook for whatever reason, there are so many sayings associated to, like, Einstein, Roman generals, emperors, Marcus Aurelius said, yeah, and then when you double check them, it's not even true. Well, maybe he did say something on those lines, in which case, then, yeah, Gandhi was a muppet. Quote me on that one. Next, we're gonna get blocked for this one. We're gonna get demonetized. Honestly good. The Japanese are just so over the top and weird with sexualizing women and little girl characters. Anime tweets, and this person is complaining. Japanese version, Chinese version. I'm just gonna say the Japanese version is clearly superior. Now, I do agree with this person when it comes to some really weird stuff that the Japanese do when it comes to animation and little girls. With that being said, this is not what we are discussing here, because you see, these girls have massive boobs, and as far as I know, little girls don't. Thus, it is logical to deduce that these are not little girls. Therefore, half of the problem has already been resolved when it comes to this image. Now, the other half, however, sexualizing women, I personally just call it natural male attraction, in the sense that men like women. Women are defined by boobs. Men like boobs. I mean, it's not that complicated, is it? Niara tells us female Hitler won because of the normalization of blaming immigrants for everyone's struggles. No, Niara, based Iron Lady won because people like you keep calling everyone this name. Will they ever learn? No, I give it 2 decades tops, and the right wing is going to be in power on every single country on the entirety of the planet at a planetary scale, because it's not like they're learning anything when it comes to that. Ooh, look at this. I love it. Love to see it. Some proper... Man, the painting job is incredible. These are, for those who don't know, plebeians. These are sword masters of Hoeth, and they are high elves now given. I have just praised the painting skill, but I have to say, when it comes to the mold themselves, the miniatures look fantastic and epic. I love them. I owe them a few myself. When I say a few, I'm being extremely incorrect when it comes to the numbers involved in my own collection of Warhammer Fantasy miniatures and 40k. Anyways, you know what I hate? I hate the two elves on the sides. Because the two elves on the sides are literal, particularly this guy here. He's holding the two-handed sword like a freaking baseball bat. At least the guy in the middle is having the decency to leave a little space between the two hands. In reality, it would have to be a full fist in order for this to be a grip that makes sense in an historical sense. And I know what you're saying. You're going to cry like little babies and you're going to tell me, but Metatron, this is a fantasy thing. These are elves. Right, but due to the fact that elves have similar body mechanics to humans anyways, and if anything, we should expect their sword skills to be even more refined, I am expecting what's basically common ground among all forms of swordsmanship when it comes to two-handed swords, literally a bar of sharpened metal with a long handle, and you do need this space for proper weapon control and leverage. So, we can see that that's how you're supposed to grip a sword in medieval European 15th century treatises, both in Italy and in Germany. We know that this is how people operate these kind of weapons or implements in Japan when it comes to traditional kenjutsu and in fact even kendo. I love sword masters, and you can call them sword masters all you want. The problem is that they look like sword beginners. Thank you. Hey, Emiru is pressing charges against that man who assaulted. Yeah, it's fantastic. I hope she takes every single dollar that sad scum excuse of a man has ever made and will ever make in the entirety of his life. Go for it. Next. Alright, this one is about Silent Hill F. What does F stand for, by the way? I still don't know, and I've got like 10 hours in the game. 15 maybe? I don't even know. It has a stamina gauge. It's like Dark Souls, not Silent Hill. Oh yeah, that's the guy on the left, and they are playing. He's right. It takes place in Japan, not Silent Hill. It's more like Siren or Fatal Frame. He's right again. Quit having fun. Oh, I see. So he's supposed to be the annoying guy. Well, I agree with him. I 100% agree with the guy on the left. And to be fair, the people on the left represent the regular Silent Hill aficionado. Like the people that are really fans of the series and have been since Silent Hill 1, for instance, me. So I think it's only natural that when a freaking company slaps the title Silent Hill on any product, that the fans of the series that are very familiar with the game expect it to keep a certain external visage, if you will. At least a facade. You know what I mean? Like, imagine like you're a fan of Street Fighter and Street Fighter 8 is an FPS. I mean, I'm kind of exaggerating a little bit, but you know what I mean? You're expecting it to be a fighting game. Like, imagine if they add fatalities. Well, again, maybe it's not a terrible idea. Imagine if they start adding political pandering and like they, them and that kind of stuff. Oh, they did actually. Okay, never mind. Scratch that. My point being, yes, he's absolutely right in noticing these kind of differences when you title it Silent Hill. So if you want to avoid that as a company, don't call it Silent Hill. Let the game stand on its own merit, give it an entirely new title and try to create a new series. But the thing is that they do want to call it Silent Hill because that's going to sell more. And in fact, I'll be honest with you, that is the reason why I bought it. Well, I do like the fact that it's set in Japan, and I'm a huge fan of both Siren, meaning Forbidden Siren, and Siren Blood Curse. Love both games, finished both. I finished Blood Curse. I don't know if I finished the original, whatever. And I do like the Fatal Frame or Project Zero in Europe series. So yeah, I mean, I probably would have bought it anyways. But the fact that it was called Silent Hill, yeah, absolutely. I was like, I'm buying this. They get the bonus. They get the boost in sales. They also get people complaining when they sort of change. Indeed, it's not in freaking Silent Hill. So there is that. But the thing is that the person on the left here doesn't do the one at the bottom. I know some people do, but generally speaking, those that say this, it's not because they don't want you to have fun, but it's simply because they use the title and perhaps they were a little disappointed on some choices when it comes to the programmers, company, PR, and whatever the heck. So the guy on the left is based, and whoever wrote this is a muppet. Oh, goodness gracious, more on Hassan Piker? You gotta be joking me. Holy shit, old Hassan Piker recording with his previous dog, Fish. Who the heck calls his dog Fish? Shows an open wound on the dog's neck where Hassan used a prong collar. This guy should not have a dog. So if this is confirmed, of course, I don't know if that's the reason of this. If it is, I mean, it's possible considering the fact that this guy is like, let's raid the dog because it's dead to move. So I mean, it's not like I'm not expecting beyond him. But then again, I don't have proof that this is connected to this. So this could have been that the dog, I don't know, had done whatever other incident. But if it is the case, goodness gracious, guys. Nux commented, the biggest leftist streamer is a generational dog. Yeah, it is actually. Whether this would just add an extra layer. What we've got already, like, it's a freaking cake at this point. Talking about Nux, check this out. So we've got Mr. I Love Horses Yogurt, who told us, Matt Walsh said, open quotes, we need to be intolerant. Intolerance is a virtue. Intolerance is good. Intolerance is holy. Intolerance is Christian. Intolerance is moral and courageous, close quotes. Yeah, I noticed that Matt Walsh posted this video. Saw the thumbnail, but I didn't click it, to be honest. I didn't watch it, so I don't know the context. Anyways, Cenk then says, is it Cenk? I don't know. This is why I'm on the left. All right, let's go. Virtual signaling. When someone on the right when some on the right say this about any of us, Muslim, blacks, gay, and all the rest, and then Nux responded, should we be tolerant of people that execute women for showing their hair in public? Should we be tolerant of people that try to, can I say this word on YouTube? I don't know, C-word children? Should we be tolerant of people that incite and celebrate political violence? Thanks for admitting you would tolerate anything. I mean, he smoked him. Nux just annihilated. Goodness gracious. Yeah, so that happened. And here's the thing, Mr. Cenk, you're an idiot. First and foremost, whatever Cenk says, the correct answer to anything this guy says is always going to be, when are you going to talk about your nephew? That's the only thing that it's... and if anyone wants to know who the nephew is, I'm just going to say one word. Dogtober. So whatever he says, I'm going to say that from now until eternity. However, even if I wanted to address this at face value, it's nothing by an attempt at virtual signaling and saying, look at me. Because I need to see what Matt Walsh said. But in reality, yes, intolerance is absolutely Christian and holy, courageous and brave when you are intolerant towards evil, or when you are intolerant towards, like, imagine someone like Nux is correctly saying here, imagine someone that wants, his freaking nephew incites and celebrates political violence, then if you are intolerant to that, then it's a good thing. Now, if you are all of this and intolerant and whatever you want towards things that instead are good and true, then yeah, in that case it's negative. So it really is a matter of it depends what we're talking about. So Nax responded like this, and to that I said, you're lucky you're not a horse, my friend. I'm having a great day. Okay, this is another one, guys. So I love it how now conservatives and liberals and progressives, whatever the heck, they are literally fighting over Batman like it's insane. So here's the thing. The Moonlight Warrior, it's a shame he's got a nice name because he's an idiot. He says, no kings. And apparently you've got now Batman assaulting the sitting president of the United States, which is a federal felony, I believe. And funny enough, Mead responds by saying, so now Batman commits federal felonies. Exactly, it is a federal felony. So here's the thing. Yeah, it's more like it. Guys, Batman is a vigilante. But as far as I understand, I wouldn't see Batman as someone who sides with one political party. The Batman I know, that is, because I mean, modernly, I've seen so much nonsense that at this point I wouldn't be surprised if Batman becomes some kind of LGBT activist. But regardless, but anyways, I would like to remind the radical left that Batman is a white, rich man. I'm just gonna put it out there. But one thing I know for sure is that what Batman would have done is to take out the shooter that assassinated Charlie Kirk before he could shoot, so that he could return Charlie Kirk safe to his children and wife. That's Batman. That's Batman. You guys are delusional. Hey, Wizard of the Coast, look, it's Baldur's Gay. I'm not going to say anything else, because I filmed a whole video about this, and I'll post it in the next few days. You're going to love it. Oh no, goodness gracious, Nora. Whoever you are, you pulled off the perfect cosplay of Heather from Silent Hill 3. And Silent Hill 3 is one of my favorite in the series, 4 being my favorite. If you disagree, you're just wrong. This is incredible. In fact, the first time I saw it, I was like, is it computer graphics? This is how good. But I mean, it looked like it was a 3D model. And I don't know how she did that. But honestly, Nora killed it. Perfect. Excellent. Excellent. What happened to Emiru shouldn't have happened. I grant this. Good. Emiru also shouldn't be cultivating a fan base of people like this. As far as I'm concerned, she has as much blame, if not more blame, than Twitch for creating parasocial relationships. You're absolute territory. You're absolutely out of your mind. I don't even care you're a viewer of mine. Victim blaming is not a good look, bro. Horrible to massive L. Massive L. You gotta find Jesus after this take. because this is insane. What on earth are you on about? This is pure victim blame. She did nothing wrong. She was just streaming like me. I'm streaming. I'm streaming. She didn't cultivate anything. It's not her fault. What? Her only problem is that she's pretty. I said this already in the dedicated video, and I'm going to say it again. Streaming, when you are successful, can be dangerous, whether you be a guy or a girl. However, for streaming to be seriously dangerous for a guy, you have to be a political commentator, or perhaps a culture warrior, if you will. For streaming to be seriously dangerous for a girl, all you need to do is being pretty. And that's just how it is. Emiru did nothing wrong. Touch grass. Worse than Twitch, he says. What on earth are you on about? Also, check this out. Look what I got. I actually received a golden play button. I know it doesn't look golden here. It's the light, you muppet. It is golden, though. And I like it a lot. I like it a lot. So right now I've got 3. But since I did open, because, this is when I got silver play button for Metatron. This is when I got gold play button for Metatron. And then this is when I got silver play button for Metatron's Academy, my language channel. But due to the fact that I've recently opened my Metatron history channel, you'll find a link in the description, shameless plug. Please, we are at 10,000 subs. But you can turn it into 100,000. And that would give me, and it would add to my collection of play buttons. So what are you doing? I mean, seriously. I would if I could, but I can't, literally, I can't subscribe to my own channels. You do? Have you ever tried? And the funniest part of all this is that YouTube actually it's gone now, but YouTube used to have the subscribe button for your own channel. And when you clicked, they would actually display a message saying you can't subscribe to your own channel. I'm not joking. I guess they removed that, but could I join it? Can I pay myself? I'm not gonna try that, but can I give myself $4.99? I'm not gonna try it because YouTube is gonna bill me. It's gonna bill me, and then good luck explaining that one to the wife. All right, guys, we had a great time. I'm gonna finish it with this one. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1. It's a confession. It was me all along. Guys, you got me. It was me all along. I shocked that dog. Remotely. To incarcerate. To destroy the Sun Pikers' mental health.